Today we are going to talk about the rosy apple aphid model in RIMpro. We'll select a station somewhere in France and open the rosy apple aphid model. Let's zoom out a little, because this is now the end of the first part of the season. The rosy apple aphids are causing deformation and rolling of the growing organs. They can also create honeydew leading to fumigene. If the population is high, fruits can also remain small and misshapen. Rosy apple aphids overwinter as eggs. Eggs are laid the previous autumn, mostly in the lower parts of the tree. Eggs are modeled in black in the bottom graph. The model starts with a stock of eggs at the beginning of January. Egg development is modeled based on temperatures above 4.5 degrees Celsius. When a certain sum of temperatures is reached, the eggs start to hatch, and the population of eggs goes down. Most of the time, eggs hatch before mouse ear stage. The fundatrices that emerge from the eggs go hiding in the neighboring buds to feed. The second graph is modeling the population of the fundatrices. They have four nymphal stages, in pink, before becoming adult fundatrices, in gray. First adult fundatrices are often observed around pink bud stage. They can then start to give birth to a new generation of aphids. The first generation of aphids is modeled in the third graph. This stage is easy to observe in the orchards because the fundatrices are on the rosette leaves surrounded by the new larvae. Those larvae, in pink, will turn into adults, in gray, and start rolling the leaves. Then, multiple generations can follow. The following generations are all summarized in the top graph because control methods are less efficient at this stage. Rosy apple aphids have a secondary host. It means that they don't make their whole life cycle on the apple trees. Between end of June and end of July, winged aphids start to appear, and they fly away on the plantain, which is their secondary host. This explains why the population is going down end of June in this example. The rosy apple aphids will make several generations of unwinged individuals on the plantain. The model can also give useful information on the second part of the cycle. In order to visualize it, we will go back to 2022 on the same weather station. We can now see the cycle in autumn as well. Let's zoom in on second part of the season. As we explained before, rosy apple aphids are on the plantain during summer. However, when the length of the day starts decreasing, female winged aphids appear on the plantain. Those females are called gynepars. They fly back on the apple tree. This population is modeled in green in the third graph. Once they are back on the apple tree, they start to produce a new generation of larvae. Those larvae evolve into adult ovopairs. Roughly at the same moment, about 3 weeks after the females, male winged aphids appear on the plantain. They fly back on the apple tree and mate with the ovopairs. After mating with the winged males, the ovopairs start to lay eggs. The eggs are modeled in black in the bottom graph, and they will spend the whole winter in the trees. Concerning the sprays, most of the growers start the season with mineral oils. Mineral oils work the best when they are applied just before egg hatching. So you should pay attention to the depletion of the stock of egg. In spring, the model is calculating a spray window. This is the moment between the last egg hatching and the appearance of the first-generation larvae. It means that this spray window aims at the fundatrices, which is the most susceptible stage. Insecticides still have an effect later on the first generation, but population is higher and leaves can start rolling, so they will be less efficient. From the second generation onwards, control is less efficient. Some growers can also plan a strategy in autumn. Indeed, the fundatrices at the beginning of the year are the most susceptible, but they are also hidden in the buds, whereas the insects are more exposed in autumn. As we mentioned, winged aphids come back before leaf fall, so the grower could also target this population. The model indicates a spray window as a vertical bar corresponding to the start of egg laying. So if you spray at this moment, you can possibly hit all the adults before they start laying eggs. However, you can still have an efficacy later, because egg laying always starts slowly and intensifies, in this example, between end of October and beginning of November. If you have any question regarding this model, you can send us an email at support@rimpro.eu.